Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. To make this crochet twisted ear warmer, you will need a weight 4 yarn and a 6mm crochet hook. So the best thing about this tutorial is that it'll fit anybody's head. It'll fit a baby, a child, an adult. All you have to do is make a chain that's long enough to go around the head. For me, an adult sized head, I made a chain of 70. So once your chain is long enough, you're going to make one more chain. So yarn over and then working into the second chain from the hook, insert your hook and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. So you're going to pass that first loop through the last 2 loops. Like so. Do it again. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, pull the yarn through. Now you're going to pull that first loop through the last 2 loops. So you're going to continue that all the way down along your chain. So for your next row, chain 1 and then turn your work. Now flip your piece over so that you can see V's. You're going to be working into the back loop of each of these V's. So yarn over and then insert your hook into the back loop of that V and then pull your yarn through. You now have 3 loops on your hook, so you're going to pull that first loop through the last 2 loops. So do the same thing for the next stitch. Yarn over, look for that V and then into the back loop, insert your hook and pull through your yarn, and now pull that first loop through the last 2 loops. So keep going by working into the back loop of every V all the way to the very end. So to begin your next row, chain 1 and then turn your work. So now look for those V's again at the very top. This time we're not going to be working into these V's. You're going to flip it slightly over to its side and you'll see these little ridges all the way across. We're going to be working in these ridges for this row. So yarn over and then insert your hook into that first ridge and pull your yarn through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Now pull that first loop through the last 2 loops. So do the same for the next stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook into that ridge and pull through. Now pull that first loop through your last 2 loops. So continue that all the way to the very end. So to begin your next row, chain 1 and then turn your work. So for this row, we're going to be looking at the top of the V's. You're going to be working into the back loop of each V all the way to the very end. So yarn over and insert your hook into the back loop of your first V. Pull your yarn through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Pull that first loop through the last 2 loops. And then do the same thing for the next stitch and for every stitch to the very end of this row. For your next row, chain 1, then turn your work. So for this row, we're going to be working into the very front loops right here. As you can see, there's your V's. flip it over kind of slightly and work into these front loops here. So yarn over, insert your hook into that very first front loop, pull your yarn through, and then pull that first loop through your last 2 loops. Again, yarn over, insert your hook into that first stitch, and then pull through. So continue that all the way to the very end. As you can see, this is the wrong side. So in every wrong side row, you're going to be working into those front ridges, and this is the right side where you're going to be working into the back loops of your V's. So you're going to keep repeating those 2 rows over and over again until it measures about 6 inches. And then you'll have something that looks like this. Cut your yarn, leave a long tail. So as you can see, this is the front side. It looks a little bit like knitting. And then there's your back side, your wrong side. So lay your piece flat. And then you're going to grab one end and bend it, fold it like so. Then grab the other end and bend that. And then kind of marry the 2 pieces together like so. So now you'll have 4 layers, and you're going to sew those 4 layers together. Make sure you go through all the way. You can use a yarn needle. I was just too lazy. I just grabbed my hook and I just slip stitched the whole thing together. So whatever you want to do what you want to do. So once you have your layers completely sewn together, you're going to fasten off and then cut your yarn. And now just turn it inside out. You're going to weave in whatever ends you have left over, and that's it. That is your headband completed. So thanks for watching. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. So until next time, take care.